What's up, guys? Have you heard of the show Severance? I'm sure you have, that's why you clicked on the video. Today we're going to be doing a tier list of all their characters, including both of their innies and outies for the applicable characters. Let's get into it. I think we're going to start off by putting Innie Mark in the A tier, because honestly he's a nice guy. I fuck with him. Like if I worked with him, I'd probably crack a few jokes here and there with him, but sometimes he can be a little tight ass and he can piss you off, which is the only thing preventing him from S tier. Other than that, he's just a great guy. For Outie Mark, I was considering putting him in B tier, but I don't know, he's more of a C tier character for me. I get that he's depressed and he thinks his wife is dead and all that, but I think he belongs in there because he's just a bummer sometimes. He does have his funny moments where he's sassy, especially with Devin, but yeah, C tier for Outie Mark. For Innie Helly, I was gonna put her in S tier, but I feel like she's more of an A tier type character. Like I really fuck with what she stands for. She's like if all of us were actually in there. That's how I feel like how a lot of us would react, and she represents that really well. But S tier for me is only this upper echelon. You'll see the S tier type characters. They're coming. Don't worry. Now, Outie Helly, that bitch is going straight to D tier. Alright, she's a bitch. She's a slut. She's a whore. She's conniving. She's up to no good. I don't like her. Okay, let's get this person out of here. Without spoiling too much, I'm gonna just say get her out of here. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. Now, Dylan's Innie, he's easily an S tier character. This is the type of guy where you go to work and everybody fucks with him there. He's just like the office jokester, and if he doesn't show up to work, it's just more of a numb, boring, dull day. But Dylan is a real one, and he also was the one that was holding that shit at the end of season 1. He was holding the overtime contraption thingy, and that shit was real for him. He was holding that for a long time. I'm gonna have to put Dylan's Outie in B tier. I think he gets that just from the gravitational aura of his S tier. And honestly, Outie Dylan was like Innie Dylan at one point, according to his wife. So, it's still the same guy, but in the show, he's not at that tier. So we'll leave him at B tier. Innie Irving, honestly, he's one of the more underrated characters in the show. I've seen a lot of people not caring about his story, but I don't know, I fuck with him. He's really funny. If you actually beg it, this guy is hilarious. He has some really funny lines in the show, and I feel like if you went up to him and you were like, could I have a hug? He would give you a nice comforting hug. Pause, but I feel like, he's just a chill dude. And for his Outie, I'm gonna just put him in B tier. It's kind of the definition of mid. Nothing crazy. He's a good painter, I'll give him that. He likes to really paint, and he has a dog. But besides that, I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more about him in the future seasons. Next up is Mr. Milchick. I'm sure you guys can all agree with me here when I say he's top of the top. He's S tier without a doubt. He's just one of the most interesting characters. In every scene he's in, it just completely draws you in, and you just can't take your eyes off the screen. He's just so good at playing this character. How do you even put yourself in the mindset to do this? It's just an amazing performance every single time. He also has a lot of really funny moments, especially in the season 2, when he was telling Mr. Drummond to go devour feculence, or when he put the file down in front of Dylan and then he just ran out of the room. Apparently that take was actually meant for a blooper take, and he just did it as a joke, but the editors actually kept it in, which I just found absolutely hilarious. Next up is Miss Cobel. Now, I'm gonna have to put her in C tier because she's kind of just below mid character. Yeah, she's pretty interesting, but she really just pisses you off most of the time. She's literally there to just be a villain and just piss you off in every way possible. The way she's always snaking around Mark is just annoying. And also they had that season 2 episode that was all about her, and no one really fucked with that, including me. And if you did, then you're just fucking lying, because that shit was boring as fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put her in C tier. Next up is Devin, which is Mark's sister. I'm gonna have to honestly put her in B tier. She's kind of I don't know how to feel about her. I'm kind of neutral right now, because I feel she's good, right? The show portrays her as being good and caring for Mark and trying to, help him, but there's something about her that I just don't have a good feeling about, and I feel like she's low-key a part of Lumen or some shit, but I don't know, that's just my theory. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put her in B tier because of that. Next up is Devon's husband, Rickon, and I'm putting him in A tier easily. He's just a hilarious character. I love the way his book is written. It's so fucking stupid, but these innies love it. And, you know, I'm definitely also sure that he's a part of Lumen for some reason, and they're gonna reveal that soon. He definitely has that weirdness to him that all these Lumen employees carry with themselves. So he's just an oddball, but I love him. He's my oddball, so I'm gonna leave him at A. For Gemma, I'm gonna have to put her in. I was debating B tier, but I think she's more of an A tier character. You know, she's just a huge victim of all of this. I feel bad for her. We don't really know too much about her. I really liked her as the fucking counselor, the therapy counselor inside of the severed floor. You know, like she seemed like she was kind of chill. Like if you had a problem, like she seems like she would help you out with that. Next up, we have Bert. He's just a weird old gay dude. Like, ugh. I don't know. He creeps me out. I don't really like him. Putting him in C tier. Next up, we have Petey. I'm gonna have to put him in A tier, honestly. He's the whole start to this revolution at Lumen, and he seemed like a real ass guy too. You know, you could probably talk about the Lakers game with him the night before, and he'd crack a few jokes here and there too. And you could probably like share a cigarette with him. He'd be down for that. I don't know. I'd just fuck with him. I feel like I put too many characters in the A tier. I'm gonna have to move Mark to S tier. I think he deserves it. He earned it. But yeah, let's move on now. We're gonna rank Miss Huang, the literal fucking child in the show that they have doing this shit. Like, it's just weird. I'm putting her in B. I'm kind of neutral about her. She's just kind of there and just a little kid, and I don't know. She's a kid. That's all I can say. Next up is Mr. Drummond. Kind of a side character, but I still thought I'd include him because he just took so many L's in the last season. I'm not going to spoil so much, but he was just taking L after L, and he's just a fuck Mr. Drummond. All my friends hate Mr. Drummond. Fuck that guy. And last but not least, we got James Egan. Not James, James. It's James without the S. He's a singular Egan. He goes down to D tier immediately. He's just a fucking weirdo. Like every time he talks, it sounds like he just got punched in the stomach and he's gasping for air. Like I don't like him, and he's just weird, and I feel like he would inappropriately touch me if he had the chance, and I'm not gonna let that happen. Get away from me. And yeah, that's all the main characters I thought was worth ranking in a tier list. If you guys have any disagreements or think I should change anything, let me know. I'm interested to see what you guys think. And if you want to see a video where I rank the cringiest videos I could find, click on the screen right now.